He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Desperados and the Dolphins, next on EA Sports.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how did they get a win?
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Poole. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw. Poole. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Off-play action. Poole. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
The CD here, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number has grown since then.
I agree with you. I would actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing on first down. Poole. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that. Sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
To throw on 2nd down. Poole. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Second and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Desperados will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one way just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And it. Blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 16.
Now they'll run on the draw. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Throwing on third and long. Poole. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
They needed to play this year. He's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Poole. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Poole. Eluding the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Poole out to his left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Houston set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. play action. They'll throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pull. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when he talked about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Off play action. Pull. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They were certainly in field goal range, opted to go for it. Hey, they were able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, but look at it this way. The kicker had missed one before, so they decided to stay out and go for it, and it worked. But now, just one missed field goal and you're not trusting him? He'll be visiting a team psychiatrist this week because he's going to want some answers about why they wouldn't put him back out on the field.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell good with the extra point. We are tied at 7. So now we can play drive. It's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Boom. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Boswell's kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple. Always them drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say we should have done better there.
This take it in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the heart of attack.
Yeah, right there, the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating and allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, here's bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10.
Cool. Caught left side by Mechie.
Looking to throw on second down.
Cool. That pass is caught by Hardy.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw. Pull. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pull. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hardy's got it on the out route. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We get things started up at MetLife Stadium. The Titans in town to take on Gang Green. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Packers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Now back to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on 3rd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Now, Mike, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Desperados have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Looking to throw. Poole. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility? The ends versus the tackles are charged.
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Poole. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
That is his 951st NFL reception. So 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there, because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across the middle and making big-time catches.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 9 now.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
That's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked out throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
On first down, Poole. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
To throw on second down, Poole. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
12 yards on the play.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Desperados are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw on second down. Poole. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And now out comes Houston.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
53 yards for him on the ground now. His 20th carry of the ball game.
The defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 31. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down on the 4-yard line. I'll pick up for 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for our visitors, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.